Hello, my name is Kristi McComas, and I will be presenting on this week's topic of social relations, Part 1. Roy Baimster and Mark Leary stated that the need to belong is a basic human motive. There is a persuasive drive to form and maintain at least a minimum quantity of lasting, positive, and significant interpersonal relationships. The topics that will be discussed throughout this presentation are in relation to how social relationships can have many effects on our lives, such as how as humans we have a need to affiliate with others and not be in the agony of loneliness. We feel the need to belong to groups and form social attachments. Our attachments to others can be influenced by the familiarity that we have with someone, our physical attractiveness to them, and the proximity that they are to us, as well as the effect of exposure. There are many types of relationships that can be held between people. Some of these relationships are intimate, communal, or exchange relationships. Helping others is something that can be influenced by many factors, such as our evolution, the empathy that we have for someone or something, and the rewards that we gain from helping others. The equity theory is a theory formed from the economic principles that states how the balance of an equal relationship should be and the implications that can occur if the relationship is not balanced. The need to belong, affiliation, and loneliness will be discussed. The need for affiliation was stated as the desire to make and maintain an interpersonal relationship with others that are rewarding. Everyone has a different level of affiliation that they need to feel. Some people may feel the need to be around other people more so than others do. We tend to balance our needs for affiliation through a sociostat or social thermostat. There are certain situations that we tend to want to seek others out in to be with. A stressful situation is an example of a situation that we would seek others out in, and we want to find others that have been through a similar situation in order to gain cognitive clarity. We do so because feeling lonely makes us feel like we have a lack of power, according to John Capio and others. Loneliness is an emotional state that comes from a feeling of deprivation formed from an existing relationship. In other words, we feel like we are not experiencing the amount of social human connection that we need. When someone is shy or socially awkward and are unable to form social connections with others easily, they can often fall victim to loneliness. There are different types of loneliness that can occur. Intimate loneliness is when someone doesn't have a spouse, significant other, or best friend, but they want one to form an emotional support with. Collective loneliness is social identities and relationships that we form from activities we join to form our common needs and interests, such as a sports team or a college fraternity. Relational loneliness can happen when someone wants a friendship from school, work, or family connection, but they do not have one. Loneliness occurs mostly at our times of need or desperation. We may feel more lonely when we are sick, going through a breakup with someone, or starting a new journey, such as going to college or starting a new job. I will now discuss attraction. Attraction can be said to be a force that draws people together. According to the case in text, attraction can be described as the enjoyment of first moments with someone, lust for someone, or the excitement you have when you first encounter someone. We are often attracted to people that we feel we will have a rewarding relationship with. Familiarity is seen as a component of attraction. We are said to be attracted to those that we feel are the same as us and that we feel are familiar to us through location or similar likes and interests. We also tend to form attractions to those we know from a classroom setting or from friends, according to the article, The Social Psychology of Love and Attractions. Before the internet and texting, location or proximity played a major role in how we formed attractions to others. People often dated and formed relationships to those who lived close to them and in the same city. But today, with the availability of dating apps and social media and texting, we're able to gain relationships and meet people from farther away. Physical attractiveness draws us to one another. When we think someone is physically attractive, we are often drawn in and the person captures our attention. The what is beautiful is good stereotype often takes over, and we think that those people who are attractive must have a desirable personality. Exposure plays a role in our ability to become more attracted to others. When we are exposed to someone or something often, we tend to gain more attraction to them. This is called the mere exposure effect. There is said to be a universal standard of beauty, and our standards change over time. Today, it is said that men tend to be drawn to the more hourglass shape and thin-waisted women. Women are more attracted to the tapering V, muscular men with height. Over the years, people's definition of beauty changes, such as in the past, curves on women were seen to be the definition of beauty and attractiveness, instead of the thinness and athletic bodies that are said to be attractive today on women. According to the article 3 Vital Elements of Attraction, people are attracted to physical attraction, or looking sexy, psychological attractiveness, creating connections, and behavioral attractiveness, or making bold moves. Types of relationships. There are many types of relationships that occur. An intimate relationship is between two adults and involves an emotional attachment, fulfillment of psychological needs, or interdependence. But not all relationships have all three ingredients. Exchange relationships are based on repayment of benefits. If something is done for one partner, the favor must be repaid by the other. In communal relationships, the partner responds to each other's needs and well-being and do so without the thought of the reward or benefit they will get out of it. Along with relationships, there are attachment styles that help us understand our relationships and how our initial attachments to our mother and caregivers affect our future relationships. Secure attachments are when the baby is distressed when the mother leaves and relieved when she returns. Insecure attachments, the babies are either anxious when the mother leaves and angry when she returns, or avoidant and not receptive in either situation. Research has shown that with a secure attachment in infancy, later in life, they are more positive towards other people. Triangular theory of love. The triangular theory of love consists of three basic components of intimacy, passion, and commitment. Robert Steinberg provided this theory in 1986. There are 8 subtypes of love, and they all come from the combination of intimacy, passion, and commitment. Intimacy involves liking and feeling closeness to someone. Passion contains attraction, romance, and sexual desire towards someone, and commitment is to make a long-term commitment to a loved partner. An ideal lover would score high in all 3: intimacy, passion, and commitment. Friends score high on intimacy and commitment, but low on passion. Siblings score on commitment, but low on intimacy and passion. There are 2 different loves described: passionate and companion love. Passionate love is romantic. It has high arousal, intense attraction, and fear of rejection. Companion love is secure, trusting, and stable. Helping others. Helping can be influenced by a few factors, such as evolutionary factors, empathy, and reward. Evolution can be described through the need for an individual gene to survive through helping genetic relatives, so the likelihood of survival increases. This is called kin selection. Another evolutionary factor is reciprocal altruism, where it is seen if you help someone, the favor will be returned, and you will likely receive help from them later. Indirect reciprocity can occur when someone that was helped goes on to help someone else, kind of like the pay it forward effect, where you pay for the person's meal behind you, and the person behind you pays for the person behind them's meal, and so on. Empathy can play a role in helping as well, because someone begins to view the world the way someone else does, and then they feel the need to help them make a change. Rewards are a benefit that intrigue people to help. A reward that could be gained from helping would be feeling good about yourself. In regards to gender and helping, the article social heuristics and social roles, intuition favors altruism for women but not for men, concluded that men and women have different intuitions of altruism. Intuitive responses implemented social behaviors that are typically advantageous. Women hold more intuitive responses. The last topic of discussion will be the equity theory. The equity theory suggests that justice is at the core of a relationship and that rewards should be distributed equally in that relationship according to the Chady textbook. There are two categories that make up the elements of a relationship. The first category is the theoretical variables that includes the inputs and outputs of the relationship. The second category is the interdependence theory that includes the investments of the relationship. If the partners are receiving an equal amount of benefit for contribution, then the relationship is seen as balanced. But if one partner is not receiving enough benefit or too much benefit for their contribution, then the relationship is seen as imbalanced and is most likely not going to work according to the Kaysen textbook. The benefits and costs should be shared equally among partners. Under-benefited partners may feel angry and resentful towards their other partner, while over-benefited partners may feel guilty about how much benefit they are receiving. It is said that balance can be restored to a relationship and the relationship can be salvaged. An example of a situation where someone may feel under-benefited and have an imbalance would be someone is doing the laundry, the dishes, all the house chores, while their other partner is not acknowledging these at all. And that would make them feel unappreciated for their hard work. An example of the benefited aspect of the relationship would be someone doing all the house chores, the dishes, the laundry, and their partner acknowledging them and thanking them for their hard work and contribution to the relationship. Then the balance would be restored to the benefit and the contribution for this person. It is now time for the summary. Our social relations have an effect in our everyday lives in many ways. Our attractions are affected by our standards of beauty, our familiarity, and our proximity to others. Helping can be influenced by our altruism, our empathy, and the reward we would gain from helping someone. The equity theory stated that to have a happy relationship, we must have a balance between our contributions and our benefits. We have covered that there are many types of relationships that occur in our everyday lives, and that our attachments may play a major role in how we perceive our relationships in the future, such as a child that had a secure relationship may be more open to other people than someone that grew up in an insecure relationship as a child. Thank you all so much for listening to my presentation. Have a good day. It is now time for this week's discussion questions. First question is, Galatians 6:2 states, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." According to the Kaysen text, there are numerous reasons why people help others. Integrating both the text and the biblical principles, explain why Christians should be more likely to help compared to non-believers. Second question is, the equity theory states that a happy relationship must be balanced with rewards and contributions. Citing at least one of this week's readings, explain why there would be an issue in a situation of someone continuously making an effort to show their affection through acts of bringing home flowers, making dinner, and leaving notes for their partner, while their partner does not show the same affection and rarely acknowledges the acts of their partner. What would be the outcome of the relationship? Based on what you have learned from this week's readings, explain why there could be hope or no hope for the relationship in the future. Here are the references that I used for this week's presentation. Thank you.